The moment we've been waiting for is finally here. GGG has announced all 19 Ascendancies for the Legacy of Freesia event. I've been going over them all day, and these are 4 Ascendancies that I think will be in the meta coming up for this event. My name is Marv, do the YouTube things, and let's get into it. Okay, first up, we've got my Surf Master, Surf Caster, my boy in blue. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue! You're my boy.
It's going to be good, I think. It's got a little bit of everything. You can go a lot of different directions with it. You can do stuff with sea legs and go like overcapped lightning and cold res and do fun stuff with that. I think most people are going to be going like some reverse chill with changing of seasons and glacial wave. I think stormy seas and within Tempest, there's some impulsive stuff you can do. Obviously, you've got a fishing rod. A fishing rod.
We are talking fishing rods. The best.
What else do you need? What else do you want? I don't know. This is gonna be a good one. I think there's gonna be some people who enjoy this. I think this is gonna be a really popular league starter. If this is something you want to bid a video or something on, let me know. I'll see if I can maybe find something good. I'm not good, but maybe someone else has something good. I think this is gonna be good. Let me know what you guys think. And let's go to the next one. Okay, we've got the Whisperer. I think the Whisperer's gonna be the strongest build in the game this league.
Alright, you big ass freak. Let's do this.
Okay, for real though, Whisperer, Manaforged Arrow. Connor Converse, OneManaleft. He's the guy I followed last league for the Juggernaut build. He comes up with some really, really cool ideas, and he's already talking about this and how strong it's going to be. I think Manaforged Arrow Whisperer is going to be crazy. I will link any videos that he has in the comments or in the description or whatever. But I think this is going to be really strong. Basically, we got your mind is destroyed and you don't need to use the crown anymore, but you could use the crown too if you want to. But then you're just going to get a bunch of things, and then you do 50% increased cost of mana skills, and Manaforged Arrow it has more damage the more mana you spend on it, until you spend a bunch of mana on it with Indigon. It's really crazy. I'm not going to go into much detail. I think the Whisper build is going to be the best build, or that's the most damage. Anyways, I think it's going to be good. The maximum mana per dexterity is even better than the maximum mana per int that we have currently. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So I'm done. I'm done yapping. The Scavenger's probably going to be one of the more played Ascendancies in Legacy of Freesia. Basically, what it's done is it's taken some uniques, taken away the downside, and just given us the upside. I think some of the more used passives on this specific tree are going to be Cloak of Flame. This is going to enable us to get 100% Fizz taken as any elemental damage. As a defensive layer, it's a huge one. It's so much easier to get your fire res in this case up to 90% and take way less damage from physical. Super big ascendancy. I think Shavron's wrappings with chaos damage taken does not bypass energy shield is going to allow a lot of builds to stop using Cure Scaling Elixir, or allow some really fun workings from builds that used to have some janky mechanics. So I'm excited to see what people do with that. And then on this other side here, I think Xerfy's Heart is going to be used a lot with Obliteration, which is another notable we'll be talking about. I think Leadership's Price is a no-brainer. This is going to be extremely, extremely strong. And I personally think Death Rush is going to be used in a lot of Zoom Mapper builds. And then on to the second page here, Midnight Bargain. I mean, it speaks for itself, honestly. It's a bunch of everything that you want as a summoner. It's amazing. Obliteration, enemies you kill have a 30% chance to explode, dealing a quarter. That is a lot. Once you get to some of the juicier maps and get into higher tier maps, a quarter of their HP is a lot of HP.
They would be obliterated. That'd be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated.
I think that in combination with Xerfy's Heart here is going to be a lot of fun, and I think the first build I play is going to be using them. And then obviously Void Battery here, it it's the best part about Void Battery, but you don't get reduced spell damage. It's going to be amazing. And then I think Fulcrum. I think some people use Fulcrum. It's going to be really fun. And I can't not talk about Battle. All of these choices are super awesome, and I think that's the only downside to Scavenger. And then on to the third one here. These are my least favorite of choices, but obviously you've got Starforge here. Your physical damage can shock and 20% increase area of effect. For attacks, huge Culling Strike on burning enemies and gain a frenzy charge on attacks, huge. And then Rampage. Rampage is super fun. I think it's gonna be really fun for some mapping stuff, and I do think I'll be using that in my first build as well. So tell me what you guys think about the Scavenger. The Ancestral Commander is going to be my pick for generically the best or just all-arounder for Legacy of Frisia. I think the biggest thing for me personally is the Ancestral Endurance. I'm going to point down here, but it's down here. Ancestral Endurance and Ancestral Defiance. This is the Defiance of Destiny necklace, for those who don't know. Super strong. You put that on top of these two here. You stack endurance charges, you get the Ancestral Defiance, and it's your defenses are solved. And then you can go something like Ancestral Echo or Death Rattle, and you do some like Warcry stuff, or you can do some strike stuff. I mean, strikes also target where they're previous. I don't know. I feel like that's a Melee's wet dream. I'm excited about this one. I think this is going to be a generically good pick if you want to do some stuff. Ancestral Endurance, Ancestral Defiance. Your defenses is like 40% solved right there. You can't go wrong with that. I know some people don't agree with me, but defense is important. Defense is important, guys. You gotta build just a little.
Y'all playing defense out this motherfucker. I love it.
That's the 4 Ascendancies that I think will be in the meta, or not the 4, but 4 that I think will be in the meta coming up for the Legacy of Frisia event. Tell me what crazy and kooky ideas you got cooking up in the comments. Do the YouTube things. Appreciate you watching and enjoy the League launch.